Randy, Nazem's got points in 6 of the last 7 games. Have you noticed a change in his game and allow the points to come?
Yeah, I think in most of the situations you saw that if you remember in the previous games, he's been more physical. I would say that's been much more evident. I think the other areas, his face-offs have improved. Over the last 10 or 12 games, he's really battled hard in the face-off circle, and there has been some improvement there. So those things automatically, number one, you start with the puck if you're winning more face-offs than you have historically as a line, and then two, if you're involved in the hockey game and if you're physical, it's an asset that we know he has, and he seems to be able to deliver the body check every once in a while. It catches somebody with their head down and whatnot. So those are the things that you look for. And again, our request is to play more north-south versus east-west, specifically through the neutral ice. And when he's not playing well, you see him, he gets caught from behind on the backside pressure. And when he's playing well, he seems to be able to create space for that area.
Yes, anything going on with Tim Gleason when he not good?
He obviously had some kind of a shoulder. They just feel it's a burner. There's nothing structurally wrong with the shoulder. They're just doing an evaluation that it's coming back now. So that's good news for us.
Randy, your message for quite a while has been for the guys to shoot more often, not pass up shooting opportunities. Is that message getting through?
Not tonight. Not tonight. Yeah, and it seemed like we want to find the perfect shot. We had numerous opportunities. We had lots of offensive zone time where we cycled the puck and we were able to rotate our D up top, and it looked like we had an opportunity to get the puck to the net, but we decided otherwise. And those are things that are baffling to us, but obviously from the player's perspective, when you're on the ice, it's a lot different when you see, and they're probably taking the cautious approach. I don't want to get this blocked. I don't want to, versus putting their head down and ripping the puck. And we'd like to see a lot more of that, putting their head down and rip the puck, but believe me, we're pleading.
What did you think of Bernier's save right at the end of the game?
Again, Bernie's made a few big saves in tonight's hockey game. Obviously, with Bernie and Rhymes, they've been called upon in a lot of situations, and they've made those 10-bell saves. So we're kind of become spoiled with it. Our expectations are that's Bernie or that's Rhymes. That's what they do.
Sorry I'm a bit late if this has been covered, but just curious, what do you look for when Nazem Kadri's having a good game? What sort of things do you see?
Physical play, a little bit more prowess in the face-off circle. I think those two things are the things that has helped change in his approach into the hockey game. I think, again, when he's not playing well, I think I stated it this morning again before you got here, was that when he's not playing well, he plays a little bit too much east-west through the neutral ice. And when he's playing well, he's more north-south because there's no backside pressure catching him in the mid-ice.
Van Reeves, sets a career high in points, ties his career high in goals. Do you have a sense of what his ceiling could be, how good he can be?
Again, it's what are we at? We're not 60 yet, right? 55. So it's there's I guess a little bit more than 1/3 of the season left to go here. So that's a great accomplishment for him to be able to erase some of the previous goal marks and assist marks and point marks that he's achieved. But we think he's a young player that's still getting better.
Is he the kind of guy that you have to stay on, or does he kind of know where to?
JVR is more of he used to be a guy, but if, and we've had that. If you guys have ever coached, you've heard it before. And but he's not that. Now he's more receptive to, maybe I'll take a look at it. And, I see your point of view, and I think there's a difference between coaching and criticism. Sometimes it becomes they all become the same to players, and then that's the difficult part, is when to use it, when not to use it as a coach.
Does that remind you of anybody you had before who went from but if to?
Maybe I looked in the mirror.